Good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing? My name is Abiba. Today we're gonna talk about a person of interest. There is so many people in our life that we love them, or we follow them, or we wish to be one of them because of their work, their job, and their successful lives and the supports they give to others. And one of my person of interest is Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie was born on June 4, 1975 in Los Angeles, California. She's 41 years old now. She's an actress that everybody knows her, and a movie actor and UN ambassador, humanitarian. Angelina, as we said, in an acting, she started acting at age 16, and then she had so many up and downs during her start. However, she learned those up and downs and how to become one of the best actors in Hollywood, and she learned that from her dad. And Angelina started her professional acting movie careers in 1997, which she was in a really young age, when she had her first leading role movie named Cyber 2. Then, ever since, she continued with so many movies, and she doing so many actings, and then so many action movies that she changed them to powerful fighting and all that kind. And that is one of her famous movie, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which she was doing it was named Jane Smith and John Smith, a businessman that time, and her husband in movie. Then at later time, they become the real husband and wife in life until the end of 2016. Ever since, Angelina Jolie continued to be successful in any other kind of movies, and some of her movies that most fascinated movie, The Magnificent, The Wanted, Soul, Tourist, Mighty Heart, Challenging, and other more than 34 other movies that she appeared, which earned her to nominated and to get the best awards and the best actress. Some of her awards and during that movie, I just want to make it short because everybody can Google that, or search that to see, or everybody might know her, not might, but know her in whole works, because so I'm just gonna summarize it, what she had done so far and what has embarrassed me to talk about her. So those awards and her all movies, all these years, about 30 years now, she's been acting and appearing in so many screens. So those movie awards are, just in summarize, 3 Golden Globe Awards, 2 Screen Actor Guild Awards, 1 Academy Awards for Best Supporting Acting, 1 Popular Vote, 1 MTV Movie Awards, and 2 People Choice Awards, and 4 other Teen Choice Awards. These 4 Teen Choice Awards is coming from the movie Magnificent. It's just special movie. I love those kind of movie, and that's what nominated her and awarded her was best thing. Besides that, Angelina Jolie is not only an actor or a famous or who's showing a beautiful face and beautiful dress on the Hollywood industry. She is a devoted mother, a good wife, and a good family woman as well. So she's married to uh, Brad Pitt, which was on the movie with her on the Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They started it since 2005 until the end of 2016. So they have 6 children together. 3 of her biological kids and 3 of adopted children from all over the world. And that's what most struck me and most what me to talk about her, how she managed to be this great mother from different countries' kids, even though they are her adopted kids, and she had her own kids, the culture, the behavior, and I mean she get to manage all that, and that's I most admire her on this parenting skills. So when we say her family, as I say, she's married to Brad Pitt, and she had those 3 of her own and 3 adopted. So the adopted children, the oldest is Mandax, he's 15 years old from Cambodia. Pax, he's 13 years old from Vietnam. Zahara, she's 12 years old, which is from Ethiopia, where I am from. And her other 3 children is Shalom, she's 10 years old, and twin kids, Knox and Vivian, are the 8 years old kids. She raised those kids as private as possible. We don't see them so many times in public or hear a lot anything bad about them, but being a good parent and then a good family and then a good supporting mother as well as the father until they recently separated. That's the time we heard a little bit about these families, how do they do with the children, but so far they're the best parent I have ever seen in Hollywood stuff. The other thing is the most beautiful thing about Angelina Jolie is she is working for the Humanitarian Crisis, and she first witnessed the effect of humanitarian crisis while filming Lara Croft Tomb Raider in 2001 in Cambodia. Then upon her return from Cambodia after the movie, does she see all this crisis and humans and refugees in Cambodia, she returned to her hometown to Los Angeles, California, and contacted to the UNCHR, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee. That's what it stands for, the UNHCR. So then in February 2001, she went to her first field to visit for 18 days. For 18 days to Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Ethiopia. Then she returned and expanded her trips to all over the world, especially to Pakistan, the refugees in Pakistan, and Cambodia, again where she adopted her first child. And she donated to the UNHCR. She donated $1 million support, and she was covering all her expenses while she traveled all over the world and helping those refugees. And that is the highest donation that ever received the humanitarian crisis as well. Then on August 27, 2001, which is in the same year, the United Nations awarded her with UNHCR a Goodwill Ambassador at the headquarters of Geneva. Not only that, the humanitarian crisis, or the UN Ambassador Humanitarian, awarded her with so many awards of her work. So let's put them some of the awards that she had. And in 2003, she got her first award, Citizen of the World Award. by United Nations correspondence. And in 2005, the Global Humanitarian Association by United Nations Association for her work with the refugee, which was she supported all over the country and visited so many refugees from all over the world. In 2007, Freedom Award and High Commissioner by International Rescue Committee. In general, this is her awareness. I would just explain it in a small brief, but Angelina Jolie works in so many ways, and I watch her. I mean, I search everywhere just to see what she's doing now, what she's, who's helping, who's she helping, what country did she go in, what's she doing, and she really influenced many children and many refugees and many abusing women that she is supporting all over the world. And if I could have the chance or the ability to do all this kind, I will definitely do as hers. And for those kind of people, we really need more of them, to have them in the world so we can learn a good stuff from them and do good stuff like them, and even get help from them is one of the important things. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next time. I'm sorry I'm outside because I have a lot of people at the house. I don't want to interrupt it with the voice, so I'm outside of my patio. Alright, you guys, thank you. Have a good afternoon.